Hey guys, Ryan here, and today we are going to be broadcasting here from the virtual Watkins Glen International Raceway, here at the Glen for the Go Bowling 355, and we're getting ready to go. I'm just going to get the other stream going as well while I've got the time. Oh, come on. Okay, so 1 second, guys. Having a slight technical issue. Hopefully, it's not impacting the YouTube stream at all. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting to load in as well here. Here we go. And getting ready to go. Just gonna get the Facebook live stream going as well, but Dodge Dakota pole sitter by almost 2 seconds, and he runs wide in turn one though. He's gonna actually lose the lead in corner in turn number one. Almost lose second place there to his teammate and points leader. Actually, after last week we had the 8 actually get the pole, or he's got a very solid points lead at this point. So there we go, starting it all up. There we go. So right now though, we got a battle for position. If you guys are just starting or just tuning in now, we're still on lap 1 here, and Dodge Dakota absolutely, he actually fought his way back through and got the position. It looked like a mistake maybe in the bus stop or carousel there for the number 43, who had actually taken the lead in turn 1. But it looks like turn 1 might be a weakness for that number 24. Luckily, it's the furthest turn away from the point that matters, right there. Lap led there for Dodge Dakota. Of course, there's one really important lap to lead, and that's the last lap. So we got 45 laps here tonight. So it's gonna be a little bit of a long one, but as I say, we do know how to turn right and left. And hopefully you guys are as excited as I am for it. So yeah, right now though, see right now Dodge Dakota absolutely pulling away. Okay, so Will seems to have, yeah, so it seems like whatever happened to the 43, oh wait, oh, that might have been, trying to see if we can figure out what caused the 43, yeah, right there, that might have been the same type of issue that caused the 43, the top spot, to Dodge Dakota. Granted, Dodge Dakota is he was 2 seconds faster than the field. We got this pretty purple car there for Gull. We don't usually see him in purple. We got JP in his car. Another lap led there, though. Dodge Dakota, man, he's putting on a pretty much a clinical performance here. Meanwhile, battle for second is going to be going into turn 1 here. Oh, the 43 overshoots the turn, and that's going to cost him the second position to the number 8 car there. And he and Warrior were battling for points up until a missed race, I believe, at New Hampshire. Cost the 43 basically essentially a deadlock points battle between him and the 8 for that top spot in the championship. But of course, in the playoff system, they're both pretty much guaranteed to make it, so the win is really all that matters to a lot of these guys, as they're all essentially locked in for most of these guys in the field. Actually, I think all these guys in the field all 7 of them are locked into the playoffs pretty much. So let's see, Dodge is in, no, Will's in, Warrior's in, Liquid's I'm pretty certain in, yeah, Liquid's in, Gull is in, and JP is currently the last car in. But of course, he's also, but yeah, he's also pretty obviously, he's 81 points to the good right now, so I'd say that's pretty solid in. But he is the last car in, so if someone like Sleevey were to start showing up, granted, he's going to pull an even bigger gap because the guys behind him aren't here tonight. But yeah, right now though, man, Dodge Dakota just putting on a pretty dominating performance. Looks like the 43, he has a win here in this series, but he's really seeming to have bit of struggle there tonight. He's usually one of our road course ringers. And to be honest, he usually does really well at pretty much all the skill tracks. I mean, he won Martinsville earlier this year, and he's usually pretty good at this, at the road courses. I believe he was about to lap the field, I believe, at Sonoma one season. And then, I can't remember if that was I think that was season 2. So I think that was actually last season. He was going to lap the field at Sonoma, came back and won the Glen. Actually, I think he has 2 Glen wins in this series. Might be the only driver to have won on the Glen, because this is only our 3rd Glen race in the league's history. Trying to remember who won last season. I know I've got it written down somewhere, because I wrote down every single race winner. For the last several years at least, I've been trying to keep track of who has won which races. I haven't necessarily been the most diligent about keeping track of that super religiously, but definitely trying here. So, just checking. Yep, okay, my mic is working. But yeah, right now though, I mean, Dakota, he's got a good lead. Really, I mean, everybody's fairly spread out at this point. So the odds of us getting a 2-car wreck, I mean, it would have to be a bit of an error on... Oh, never mind, we might see it here. I mean, the 18's already on pace to get lapped. Wow, did not expect Dodge Dakota to catch back in the field this quick. But here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here with the 18. And, of course, okay, so the 18 goes out the way and moves out the way for Dodge Dakota. So Dodge Dakota going to be able to get by him. But now you got to wonder, are there other lap cars up the road here not too far? Oh, here we go. 43 into turn 1. Overshoots it just a little bit, slides it. Has to get car back under control there, though, and that's going to lose him the spot to that Sirius XM Toyota Camry there, the number 19 of Liquid Dog. And then we got Gull there in the number 10, just kind of minding his own business. I think would be the next car to get lapped, but I don't even see the 24 behind him. Yeah, JP was well off the pace. It looks like in qualifying, and certainly in race pace, he's been well off the pace. Looks like Warriors really struggled too, and oh, whoa, that was very loose there for the number 8 coming onto the main straightaway. So we've definitely got a lot of guys having handling issues here and going to have to figure that out coming later on in this one. Here we go. The number 8. Oh! 18 shoves it right in front of him. And then gets into the side of him too. Wow, okay. Oh, well, there goes the 18. 18 is going to be around. Let's see, is that going to inhibit anyone else's progress coming by? Okay, here goes. Liquid gets by, but that means the 43 is going to be right on top of him here pretty soon, unless the 43 makes a mistake. Or here's the JP's ahead of him and then just wisely decides to, yeah, I'm going to let him make his own mistake and then I'll pass him. Yep, there we go. 18 goes through the bus stop. And let's see. 18 riding right around the outside lane in the carousel there to let the 43 on by. So he's being a pretty good lap car right now, though. The 24 has absolutely zero challenge. Oh, the 19, though, in the sand trap. That's going to catch the 43 up a bit. I say 43 could potentially catch him here with that, with another mistake like that one. Yeah, I mean, it's been a absolute domination show so far. I think Dodge has led every lap. And of course, I believe he led every lap of an earlier road course that we ran already once this year, which was Mid-Ohio. I don't remember who did well at Sonoma, or if we've run Sonoma yet. Let me really quickly check because to see first off if we run Sonoma or any other road courses while I'm here. So yeah, Mid Ohio, Dodge Dakota led every lap. We did run Sonoma. I don't remember who won it, and I didn't think to mark it down that day. Yeah, and then we skipped Road America. So yeah, this is our was our fourth road course on the season. We decided Road America probably doesn't suit these cars, at least not with the amount of lap time and the majority of the field not being too friendly with ovals. Or being more friendly with ovals than road courses. We decided probably best decision to just kind of run it as an not all oval, but reduce the number of road courses, especially a long one like that one. Especially considering a full course yellow there would be just forever. So yeah, so right now though, it seems like everybody's at the very least on pace enough to where they aren't gonna lose it too badly, or where they aren't losing too much ground to everybody, except for I guess JP, who is now getting lapped by the only car left to lap him, and that's Gull. And he crosses back across the nose of that 10 car. I would expect JP to try and race Gull here very hard. To try and get this spot back, even though it's not even a position. It's not for the lead lap. Oh, and he just gets... Oh, uh-oh. Dodge Dakota's caught the back of the fielding. He's caught JP for the second time already. And we're only about 10 laps into this thing, if that. He's already caught JP to put him 2 laps down. Are you kidding? Oh, and JP goes straight to the inside. Oh, looks like he was coming up and was about to hook the 24 there, but they stay all good, it looks like. But now you've got the question of... So far we've seen JP's played well. Is Gull going to play well with the 24? This is the first really semi-competitive car that he's caught. No, well, there goes the 10. Made a bit of a mistake, made a bit of a tactical error there. Got himself around. Yeah, but managed to get it going in time. But Warrior's not too far actually behind these guys. Warrior might start catching them as well. Especially guys like JP here. Now, question is, are we going to start to see Dodge Dakota catching the rest of the field? Because Dodge Dakota could put a lap on the field here. I mean, that is a very real possibility. Dodge Dakota could lap the field. But yeah, I like the road courses, to be honest. I mean, they give a break from just the lap after lap, really fast lap times, and they definitely slow down the pace a bit more. But to be honest, I mean, they don't take all that much longer to run, and I really enjoy seeing some of the actual terrain rather than it just being, here's a big block of asphalt or here's a big block of concrete, go race around it. But like here, you got trees and campers and RVs, a random grandstand here and there. But you've actually got like terrain, especially like that's one of the reasons I really like Canadian Tire, which we are going to. That's actually our playoff race this year is going to be Canadian Tire, and I believe the round of 6. Yeah, that will be opening up the round of 6. Will be Canadian Tire. So here we go. The 43 isn't too far up the road here from the 19. We could see a battle here for position. For I believe this would be the 3rd position here between Liquid and Will there. Oh, and they're catching actually someone else. Who's that Will's catching? Oh, that's JP. Okay. I was about to say, if they've caught Warrior already, oh! And JP just takes Will into the inside wall. That's going to slow Will down yet again. I'm sure Will is very, very thankful that that happened. So here we go. Right now we got Will coming through that final corner. Looked like he came through it a little closer to that, to the curbing there on the inside than the 19 did, and that's typically how you go faster through that corner, is you get as close or on that curbing as you can without spinning the car out. But yeah, you can just kind of see through the way they're racing around you, though. It's a pretty fun road course, to be honest, as long as you stay off that green stuff. As long as you're not on the green stuff, this is a very fun road course. Yeah, again, just kind of looking around, seeing all the scenery around. And to be honest, New York State, it's pretty nice looking state too. When you're not in the city. I mean, not necessarily the biggest New York City fan. But, yeah. But right now, we're just kind of waiting. Oh, looks like Gull has been caught by the second place driver. And, oh, he puts a block there on the number 8. But there we go. Now he moves out the way. So, another pass made there. Oh, uh-oh. The 19, I think he looped himself, but I guess we'll have to wait and see if they end up calling a caution. If he got looped by, the 43, they might call the caution for that one, even though, no, probably not, but yeah. I would anticipate them probably throwing the yellow if it was an intentional loop. And now JP has been lapped by the entire field again. So JP is now 2 laps down to every car out here. And that's what happens when you pave a lot of runoff area, though. The 24 is going to use all that runoff area. As long as you don't penalize him for it, he'll use it. So right now the 8's trying to get away from that 10. And that's the big story right now. It's just those two, or it's just going to be guys trying to work their way around lap traffic whenever they hit it. JP hits pit road here. I wonder if that's going to end up impacting some of these guys coming around the track now, though. Or does JP have so much damage that he's going to actually end up missing a lot of these guys? I feel like he very easily could end up missing the drivers here coming around. Yeah, he just got to his pit stall now. He's probably not going to... I think Dodge Dakota will be safe. I think drivers behind him are the question. And actually, wow, the 19's actually being caught by the 24 here pretty quick. Yeah, because the 24 is just at the bottom of the hill that the 19 just got to the top of, as the 24 is trying as hard as he can to drive up this hill. So yeah, so right now though, these guys, they're all trying to... Oh, it looks like the 8 cars decided that now is when he wants to make his pit stop. And of course, if any of these guys manage to catch a lucky caution, oh, it might if JP doesn't drive smart there, but the 10 does get by fairly instant free. But yeah, right now, JP is just trying to wreck it, looks like. I mean, he's definitely not a road course ringer, I would say. Like, if you're going to bring someone on part-time for your road courses, pick a road course ringer. And say, JP, he can handle himself on ovals. He's working on that. And then I think once he gets the ovals figured out, then he's going to work on these road courses. But as of right now, I think his ovals probably need more help. And more desperately because we've got so many more of them. And actually, after tonight, we've only got 2 races till the Thomas Cup Series playoffs start. So that'll be fun to watch. as they all are getting ready for that. So we got a bunch of drivers we got quite a few drivers who have made their first pit stop of the night, and we've got some drivers who have still yet to make that all-important next pit stop. So right now we're just kind of waiting to see how it goes. I really don't know what more I can really say while we're... Oh, here we go. JP has been caught by the 43 yet again. So now the 43 is going to have to work by the 18. The 18's already pit and wrecked again, so maybe the... Oh no, the 18 is going to race him. And especially going into the braking zone, you don't want... Okay, JP lets off early and races very aggressively into the bus stop, but ends up losing time, I feel like, off the corner because he just was way too hot getting in there and had to let off the gas to not overshoot the corner by about 30 feet. So, yeah, right now that... Actually, oh, and looks like the 19 also got by the 18 there. Just kind of while I was talking about the overshooting it by a lot. And right now, here comes that 24. He's trying to run all these guys down, and to be honest, he doesn't have a scratch on that car either so far. So here we go. So so it sounds like Blitzkrieg got a top 5 over in some league that he's running tonight. Don't know exactly what league they are all running tonight, but yeah, right now though, I still think Warriors either second or at the very least will get cycled back around to second. Assuming, oh, contact with the 18, that could be an issue. Oh, 18 is not going to be happy about that one. After the course cutting penalty there, that's not going to be a fun one for him. 19 just coming off the pit lane. I don't know if the 10's already made a pit stop or not. But yeah, JP will not be happy about that one. And now I find it kind of concerning now that the 24 is catching back up to him, because if he's starting to race people, what's going to stop him from racing the leader? So there we go. So that has pretty much just put the 8 back into second place there, if he wasn't already. And let's see, is that going to put Dodge Coda back in the, or I guess is he going to be able to maintain his lead over the 8, which is currently at almost a full lap, so he very much should be able to keep his lead. And there we go. He actually, wow, he obeyed track. He didn't break track limit there. Let's see what we got. So yeah, right now though, wow, the 18 is actually not too bad through the S's. Let's see, going into the bus stop, JP lets off really early, gets himself slowed down, and that's actually not a bad bus stop. I mean, it was a bit slow. It was a bit on the slow side, but it was fairly clean, especially considering it was JP driving it. So I mean, by JP standards, that was a really nice bus stop. Just kind of tried to shove the 24 onto the dirt. And here we go. Here comes the 10 and the 19 trying to get laps back from the 24. As we come through the final 2 corners. JP runs wide, and that's going to allow the 24 through and the 10. Now the 10 gets to go try and actually challenge the 24 if he can. Not necessarily for position, but for a lap, for a lead lap position. I believe that might be 1 lap down still after this. But oh, he just tried to cut the course, and that's That's not going to work. It might work to slow up the 24, but unless that was the end of the race, which I can't imagine it was, but that might have been the finish. There's no way that's the finish. Was that the finish? Already? That seems incredibly quick. 25 minutes? For them to run the full 45 laps? Unless they shorten the race down, which I could definitely see them having done. Yeah, it definitely looks like they're under manual or automatic control there. Oh, wait, no, maybe they're not. Maybe they just slowed down for a caution. I guess we're going to have to see, because right now they're running fairly organized for them under caution. Fairly organized and a fairly steady rate of speed. I think they might be or I think the race might actually be over, and I think Dodge Dakota might have just led every lap of this race as well. Another race, another Dodge Dakota dominating performance here. And that will be Dodge Dakota. Let me just check, make sure I got the number right. That will be Dodge Dakota's. I've got it here. That will be win number 9 on the season for Dodge Dakota if the race is indeed over. If it isn't, then we'll still get to see a race here, which this seems like a very long amount of time. Yeah, no, it looks like that. Yeah, they're under manual control, so it's just a caution, not the race over. So, but yes, if this race does end up going to the completion like this, it would be Dodge's 9th win already on the season, and he's been really good. Problem is, though, caution flag came out, but here we go. Everybody's pitting except for the 43. 43 is going to take his advantage of having pit before the yellow and going to take that straight to the race lead. But right now, here we go. Coming down pit road, we got quite a few. Actually, I don't think the 24 barely looks scraped up at all. I mean, he's got a little bit of hood damage from JP checking up into him, but here we go. JP into that number 1 pit stall, provided by being the slowest car in qualifying. Yeah, so the race is not over. Oh, competition caution. That's bull. Come on, really? I mean, there's what? I've never understood the reason for throwing a caution if there isn't actually a reason on track. Like, I mean, there was actually good racing, and you were in the middle of a fuel cycle. I mean, that is the worst time to throw a competition caution. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're going to plan a competition caution, plan it from the beginning of the race and have it at a set time, not just, oh, we're in the middle of a green flag pit cycle, let's throw the comp caution. So yeah, so threw the competition caution for pretty much no reason. So it's gonna be I guess Will might have been actually a lap down, so he's gonna be catching back up to the field. Oh no, he came to pit road now, so I wonder, is he out? Or did he just choose? Okay, no, he just came to pit road the second time by. I don't know if he just missed that pit road was open the first time or what. But yeah, so now here goes the 19 trying to catch up to him. They're just running very organized compared to how they normally do. Here you go, Dodge Dakota pulls up. Gonna be leading them to the green flag, it looks like. Let's see what's gonna happen here. So we got first up Dodge Dakota, second Warrior, third looks to be Gull, fourth on track is JP. JP's actually, I believe, dead last, and they might move him to the back. I don't know what they're gonna do with him lap traffic wise. And then you got on the back row, you've got the 19 and the 43, and that rounds out your 6-car field here tonight at Watkins Glen. So here we go. Green flag will be coming out at the line this time. Going through the restart zone, and the green flag is going to be coming out at the line. Everybody's just trying to get very anticipatory about when this starts happening. And here we go, green flag, and let's see what's going to happen. Dodge Dakota is going to let the 8 inside, so that kind of makes sense. Those two being teammates there out of the DSR stables makes sense that they'd kind of play at least a little bit nicer on the restart rather than racing each other and ending up giving this race away to someone else. And oh, JP, and oh, that's going to be a bottleneck at the yeah, that was pretty much a bottleneck there at the end of the S's, where you've got walls on both sides and you got guys wrecking all over it. Right now, what's the 8 and the 24? I mean, I know they're going to race each other, but how hard? Looks like the 24 is going to clear the 28 there. So is the 8 going to try and get the 24 back here in any of these next couple of corners? Or is he just going to try and stay in tow here as we're getting down towards, the laps are continuing to count down, and Dodge Dakota will lead that lap. So I think Dodge Dakota still, unless someone beat him to the line on that on the start or the restart, I believe Dodge Dakota has led every green flag lap. Not sure about when they threw the green and when the green flag got thrown, but I think Dodge Dakota has led the majority of the race. Here we go, 19 and 18 battling it out. Let's see, 18 runs wide. 19 goes by. And here comes the 10 trying to join this party up ahead. Of course, he's going to have to let off right there. Actually, he let off pretty late for the bus stop. Carried quite a bit of speed through there. To be honest, Gull has always been one of our road course ringers, so we're going to ride on board hood cam for this next lap, and we're actually going to we're actually going to ride along and just watch this full lap here, and I'll just kind of break down how he's doing it by listening to the throttle. So here we go, getting down to it. Now, of course, this isn't guaranteed to be a fast lap, but he's usually fairly consistent. Of course, now he's got JP in front of him, so I don't know what he's going to do. Here we go, he's full on the throttle, just shifted up to 4th gear, runs it very deep in, then lifts off and gets on the brake, down several gears, down to either 2nd or 1st, we don't really know. And then just kind of shifting up. You probably want to be in 3rd through here because you're going to be pedaling it in 3rd. And then when you hit that rev limiter, if you don't smack the wall like he did, you want to go up to 4th then. And then you're going to ride 4th gear all the way down this back straightaway till about, right there is where he decided to lift. Coming to the brakes, of course, as soon as he's lifting, he's hitting the brake pedal to try and get himself slowed down. Then back on the throttle as soon as he got to the straight part of that bus stop. Continuing to shift gears as well through here. Of course, impossible to kind of guess what gears he's slowing down to. Then right about at that dotted line is where you want to be slowing down to avoid this happening. And then you probably want to go to 3rd gear and then down to 2nd gear for the for this final corner to set you up for that good run down the front stretch to complete what would be a fairly decent lap. So there we go. That is a lap around Watkins Glen here. And that was actually with, you know what? That was kind of fun. Let's do it. We're going to do it again, actually, with the 24 here. We're going to just kind of break down. And since he's the fastest guy here by 2 seconds, according to qualifying, and he's led a lot of this race fairly easily. We're gonna do the same thing on board with his lap, and he's got clearer air, so he might see less mistakes. So here we go, full throttle from the start finish line to here. Then he gets on the brake. You can hear it shift down 2, 3 gears. Okay, so he went down to first gear here. Then you heard him go up, second gear, up to third, then continue to pedal through the corner here. Then as soon as you hit that rev limiter, which would probably be about here, you'd go up into fourth gear. And then you'd want to get on the brake right about when you hit the rev limiter as you're kind of going past the light on the backstretch. Down probably a gear there as you're coming through the bus stop. Then you're going to want to get back to the full throttle pretty much as soon as you've downshifted. And you're going to be getting back up to that fourth gear pretty quick to try and get through that, through the carousel. Then coming into this corner, you get on the brake, down 1 gear to help with your exit. Then in here you use even more brake. He's even using that curbing to try and help turn the car down an extra gear. I would assume most of the time. I didn't hear him go down a gear. And that would be a lap from your race leader right now, Dodge Dakota, who's now leading the race. Or who has been leading the race the entire time, pretty much. Let's see if there's anyone that's actually caught any of the traffic. Wouldn't be surprised if JP's about to get caught. Not really sure what the 18 was doing there. But he is about to get caught. I was right on that one. JP is just about to get caught to go a lap down here. So that's going to be fun. Let's see. So it looks like, to be honest, if I'm the 24, I would almost pace myself. I mean, you've got the 8 car there in your mirror to some degree. I would almost pace myself because I don't want to catch JP. I mean, I guess the question is do you have to pass JP to win this race? I'm not entirely sure you are going to need to pass JP again to win this race, to hold off Warrior, but I'm going to say it would make it a little easier on you. Oh, and you smacked that wall in turn 1, or on the exit of turn 1 there, but didn't look like he got significant damage to his race car. But yeah, the real question though is, do you want to just check up now? Okay, well, wow, you got by the 18 actually fairly easily, so I guess in the end that was the right move, but I was almost thinking like, okay, maybe you pace yourself and just kind of run behind JP rather than having to try and pass him and risking getting yourself wrecked, but in the end, you also have to worry about, okay, am I going to have to get by him still anyway, and then he might hold me up even more than me just slowing down my own pace at that point, and that could be where you get into some issues. And it looks like the 24 coming into the pits yet again. Actually, this is the first green flag pit stop for the number 24. So he will give up the race lead to the number 8 car, I believe. Let's see. Yes, the 8 car does take it at the line. So 8 car does lead a green flag lap while the 24 comes into the pits. So we have seen the first green flag lap led by someone not named Dodge Dakota. So it's a fun race though so far. I mean, just kind of going through. So right now the 8, he has caught the 18 essentially. And now he absolutely has to get by the 18, I would say, to try and not lose too much ground to the 24 while he's waiting for hopefully a caution. Actually, I don't know what he'd be hoping for at this point, because the caution would actually help Dodge, not hurt Dodge. So I guess while he's waiting for hopefully this green flag cycle to cycle its way around. There you go. The 18 runs wide, and the 18 gets, or the 8 gets to go to the inside. So let's see what we got. Because yeah, right now those front two, they've already gotten by. 10 and the 9 are battling it out for position, kind of funny. And the 43 is coming down pit road for, I believe, his first scheduled pit stop of the day. So we might start to see some guys kind of running out of fuel, or at least thinking that they're, maybe these guys think they're in their fuel window to get to the end of the race. Yeah, so right now we're just kind of waiting for these guys to come out, for that guy to come out the pit. So we got the other two, the 19 and 10, both on pit road as well. 24 just trying to run solid, consistent laps to try and keep himself as the race leader when the pit cycle cycles around. The Warriors having fun, I'm assuming leading the race here. I don't actually have the ability to listen into them tonight because I'm trying to avoid any potential issues with YouTube and a certain word that they don't want us talking about, but it's kind of the reason that there's no other NASCAR or any other sports really to distract you guys from our live stream here tonight. So here we go. '19 comes out right in front of that 24, and I bet you he's going to give this 24 a really good fight trying to get by him. And to be honest, I think if you just run right in front of Dodge Dakota, first off, you could definitely check him up going into the bus stop a bit extra and use that as your way to try and gain time on him, is checking him up early for the bus stop. But yeah, right now though, this 19 is giving the 24 a run for his money to try and pass him, even though I don't even think that pass actually results in any kind of position change. But yeah, and they're coming up on someone here pretty quick. Okay, so there comes the 8. So the 8 has decided that now is the time that he will come to pit road. This could be an issue. The 18 is right in front of the 24, and the 19 slides. So, and the 24 gets around the 18 fairly effortlessly. So, no real issue there. Okay, we're all good. So yeah, just kind of watching these lines. Everybody's trying to straighten out the chicane there as much as they can for the bus stop. But of course, you can't straighten it out all the way or you're going to get a penalty. So right now the 8 and the 10 are actually out there on track together. I believe the 24 is now back to being the race leader, but I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see when the results get posted when the race ends, if he was leading this thing. Pretty sure he is. He's dominated most of this thing. Yeah, right now though, we got a couple cars at the bottom of the hill actually there. That's JP, okay. Trying to figure out, like, okay, where is everybody running at? And what are the likelihoods of us getting a caution with where everybody's at? I think right now though, the biggest challenge to this 24 is going to be himself and that number 8 of his teammate. Which, that's always nice to see the teammates running 1-2 in a race not named Daytona, Talladega, or basically any of the drafting tracks. that means that they've legitimately prepared, I guess, well and potentially together. I don't know how many practice sessions that team may or may not have done, but definitely seems like it's paid off so far. They ran wide going through that corner, but worked out, and it looks like Warrior there smacked that wall. I think we can probably dub that the Wall of Champions for this track. I mean, I know the actual Wall of Champions, I believe, is in like is that in the Toronto Street Circuit for IndyCar, where they've got the Wall of Champions, where pretty much everybody that's won a championship has smacked that wall. Oh, and speaking of smack the wall, there goes the 18 round again. Everybody seems to have gotten off okay there. It looks like he might have made a smiley face there in the dirt with tire tracks. Yeah, so I guess the good thing about what all just happened with that is the fact that at least JP's on the other side of the map, or on the other side of the track from literally anybody else. And actually, the 8 might be able to run back down this number 24 car here. So let's just trying to keep an eye on it. It's like, okay, realistically, oh, we got JP spinning or sliding in the dirt, and there you go. He lets the 43 on by, but is he gonna try and go back to the inside of the 43? Looks like no, he won't. Looks like he'll play it fairly safe. But yeah, right now the 24 is absolutely dominated tonight. But I'd say pretty big standout to the 8, because he's not typically known as a road course ringer. But he's done fairly well tonight for that in that DSR number 8. Let's see what we got. Yeah, so right now I think the 8 car's biggest fear has got to be that 10 car getting larger in his mirror. Not necessarily because it's for position, because I don't believe it is. But the biggest thing is about that pass being potentially the one to determine that pass there could. Oh, and there we see it. The 8 car goes around. That could very much have just sealed the fate there for the 24, minus a caution, which that very well could bring out, considering there were 2 cars definitely involved in that spin. We could essentially see them go with the we could see that end up really kind of handing this win on a silver platter there to the 24, considering the 8 just got spun. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see if the 24 is booking it through the corner, if he's just running just about as hard as he needs to. Looks like he has indeed slowed down for a competition caution, so we will see another restart here, it looks like. So, another restart. 19 appears to be the free pass, so he will go and get his lap back. So right now we're just kind of waiting for everybody to catch up to the 24 here after the caution was thrown there for the 8 and the 10 kind of getting together. I'm sure the 8 there is glad to see that one, considering he really didn't have a whole lot to do with the spin. It was just kind of someone out racing their equipment, I'm assuming, going into turn 1. Because it's not that they go into this turn 1 very often, or even a turn 1 like this very often in this series. So yeah, so right now they're getting grouped up. We got the 8, 43, and 8, or yeah, the 24, 43, and the 8 all on the lead lap. As we're getting ready for the restart, as we're going to be getting ready for this restart here. But of course, first off, everybody's going to be coming into the pits probably. 4 fresh tires and some repair, I'm assuming, for a lot of these cars. And of course, some of that Sunoco race fuel if they need it. Well, let's see, what's the race off pit road going to be like here? Yeah, so we've run about 50 minutes in this race, and yeah, race is starting to drag out a little bit, but we might actually see, no, we aren't going to see a pass from the lead under the caution flag in the pit cycle, so Dodge Dakota is going to continue to lead pretty much the entirety of this race, minus green flag pit stops and the restarts, potentially having someone else lead. So, just a reminder, in case you guys missed it earlier, Dodge Dakota did actually outqualify the field by 2 seconds, which I think should be noted here, assuming this is probably going to be a late race restart. I can't imagine they have too many laps remaining in this one. And of course, with not many laps remaining, leads to how good are you at single lap speed and putting together an entire lap. Because of course you can leapfrog like 8 cars going into turn 1 and then lose it all back between then and the final turn. Here we go. 19 is caught up. We're just waiting on the 18. Who's just coming out of the pits now. Are you kidding me? Wow, so the 18, we're really waiting on him to get all the way back up to the field. But yeah, so right now, I mean, we're just kind of waiting for everybody to get caught up, and then we're going to have a restart here. So hopefully you guys are excited. I know I'm excited here for this one. I know it's been a little bit of a downtime here, just kind of waiting for them to all get caught up because guys get so spread out with their different pit stop times and whatnot. Waiting for them all to get caught back up, especially when the faster guys go, the more they make mistakes when they're trying to get caught back up. Let's see. So the green flag will be thrown this time. Dodge Dakota on what will be the inside for turn 1, and then you've got Warrior on what will be the outside for the for turn 1. Then you've got Will and Chuck. And then you've got Gull and JP. So here you go. And the green flag is out. Green flag, green flag. And let's see, are those teammates going to play well together, or are they going to once, like they did last time, or are they, oh no, they're going to race each other this time. That tells me that we must be late in this race, because they are actually going to race each other, and the 8 actually outraces the 24 into the S's there. But let's see, is that going to be a faster exit of the S's here for the number 24? And of course, top speed comes into question here. Of course, all those cars are Chevrolets, so they are going to have a lot of them are going to be very similar, but maybe that Toyota in the middle of the pack can find a way up to the front here. Yeah, so right now, though, we're definitely just kind of waiting. Yeah, it looks like the 24, though, definitely is the one to beat here. If you're a betting man, I think you're having a hard time picking. Oh, another wreck there, and that one involved the 8 and the 10. let's see what we got. Warrior and Gull. Last time these two were actually in turn 1, ironically, together. At least last time I remember them being together in turn 1. There was a bit of an incident, I believe, where one of them, Gull, got into the other one, Warrior, and they ended up having a bit of a wreck. But there we go. The 8 lets the 10 on by. I believe that might indicate that the 10 may be a lapper. Yeah, everybody, though, just completely cutting the course, trying to just gain any advantage they can without getting dinged by the course-cutting penalties being semi-strict. Now, I think they should be a little bit more strict with guys cutting the grass, but then again, there's other tracks that are worse on officiating, like Martinsville with their literal wall in the middle of the corner. Yeah, so right now we're just kind of looking around seeing who else is close, because oh, and JP's spun it once again out of the final turn, so that could potentially put him in the leader's way. If it takes him a while to get this thing back rolling. Let's see, is he going to roll to pit road? No, he's going to stay out on the racetrack, so he's going to stay out with all that damage. That's definitely a lot of damage, but if he's able to handle it through this track, let's watch and find this one out. Yeah, so right now we're just kind of waiting this one out. I mean, not a whole lot to be said. And the reason we're watching this 18 is mainly because he's going to be the first guy that the leader catches. And we'll have to put a lap down, which is probably going to be the easiest way for someone like Warrior to catch back up to him. Considering Warrior had a bit of an issue. Yeah, so right now we're just kind of waiting it out. Sorry about the lack of commentary. I've just kind of been a little bit on the board side because this race, while it's had its moments, definitely just kind of right now while the field is so strung out. Oh, we actually had a pass for position. We had a pass on track there between the 8 and the 19. I was not prepared for that. I was not prepared to see cars passing each other late in the race like this when they got so strung out. Here we go. 8 car needs to go get that position back, of course, because I believe that is one of the positions that he does lose a point for losing 2. Ironically, considering it's not really much of a secret that there's 2 pairs of teammates here, because of course you got the DSR teammates that qualified first and third, and then you have the Sleevey Motorsports aligned cars with pretty much the rest of the field minus JP, who drives for JP Motorsports, with technical support from JP Motorsports. But yeah, right now though, that 19, he's right in the wake here of the number 8, so we could very well see the number 8. Oh, and we see the 10 go for a spin through the exit of the S's, but I believe he will get back going here before too long. Oh, and JP's on the wall up there, so not really much to worry about there in terms of JP. But right now, this 19, he's trying to hold off the number 8. I don't know how many more times they're going to have around here to figure out who's going to lead them back to the line and in what order. Here we go, coming off the final corner. Are we going to see that pass made? No, we are not. 8's got too much of a lead there. So here we go, right to the back bumper here, and actually right to the side panel here. The 19 and the 8 battling it out side by side, beating and banging at Watkins Glen. This is not gonna go well. They both get going straight after a bit of contact with both themselves and the walls there. So, are we gonna see what are we gonna see with the 8 try and do here to gain some track position? Are we gonna see the 8? Well, he was very aggressive mowing the lawn through the bus stop there, trying to gain a little bit of time. Then you've also got to think about the fact that while you're running this guy down, you also don't want to wreck and ruin what otherwise could be a pretty decent night. As okay, so the race is over. That was the final lap. So we got the finish results. I don't even know what to say about that one. Except for Dodge Dakota got his 9th win of the season. Will 2nd, 3rd Liquid, and yeah, I don't even... You know what? I'm just going to say it. Sorry, Warrior. I had to say it. You don't want to see someone mess up trying to pass someone else for position and potentially lose extra points. I don't know if he ended up actually losing out to Gull or not. But yeah, so right now, though, as the finishing order was, at least when they got the picture, it was Dodge Dakota, Will, Chuck, Warrior, Gull, and then JP finished out in 6th position. So, I mean, that was a pretty good race. Yeah, I just feel really bad about what I did to Warrior there, but in the end, it was a pretty good race. So thank you guys all for watching. Of course, remember that if you guys did enjoy, to hit the like button on the stream. Of course, also remember to share it around if you guys really enjoyed it. Also, subscribe so that you guys never miss a video or live stream from me. I'm hoping to have another video out tomorrow. I know I missed today for trying to do an upload streak, but man, massive congratulations though to Dodge Dakota on a 1 minute 7 second lap in the race, as well as his 9th race win of the season. So thank you guys all for watching, and we will see you guys